Hello everyone, Josh here with Exis, and today we have another Outer Plane video for y'all. But before we get to that, please take a moment to subscribe to our second channel, Exis Media, which you can find in the description below, because we are trying to monetize that channel. We need to get 500 subscribers as soon as possible, so we can both monetize that channel and of course the monetization on this current channel, so we can keep providing you guys with more and more gacha content. What we're going to be providing on the second channel is going to be mostly anything gacha related that we're not covering here on the main channel. So basically games that are not in our rotation. We're gonna be doing first impressions, guides, reviews, just general news updates, anniversary discussions, maybe do some weekly podcasts, etc, etc. So we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff that's gacha related on the second channel, Exis Media. Please subscribe, it'll help out a ton with providing you guys and gals again with more and more gacha content. And here on the main channel, we're gonna be focusing mostly again on our rotational games. Right now it's Outer Plane, maybe King Arthur, and we'll see what comes down the pipeline. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into the actual meat and potatoes of today's video. Now, a lot of you are well aware that there are several areas in the game that you can obtain gems from. There's missions that you can do, there's achievements, there's different events, stuff like that. There's 3-star clears on certain stages where they just added a lot of 3-star clears on the gear dungeons and the accessory dungeons. You also have the current summer side story, which you can go in, do missions for, clear those stages as well, and get gems. There's lots of different ways to get gems there, but there's also one other way that a lot of you may not be as familiar with, and it's not the fact that you don't know that you can't get gems there. You may not know that you can get a bunch of gems very soon instead of, sometime in the distant future. You can actually get a lot of those right now. So what I mean by that is if we actually go to adventure and we go to side story, you'll notice that I have all my side stories that I have available at 100%. Now, how was I able to do that? Obviously, I've been playing since day one, so it's not really that impossible to do. It's actually quite easy, especially if I just did one a day or something like that. But the thing is, I actually completed a lot of these in a very quick time frame. And that's also on top of me doing a lot of days of just farming 1 or 2 areas over and over again to, of course, shard up and, transcend certain heroes that I'm using in other types of content. So what's basically able to be done here is you get 10 side story challenges a day. We already know that. However, what some of you may not be aware of is those are actually counted against you on the shard stage itself and not the other stages, which means you can go into the other stages as many times as you want throughout the day, as long as you have the stamina for it, and do your 3-star clears and get 15 gems, 15 gems, 15 gems, and 15 more gems every 3-star clear that you do. You also get additional gems when you get the dialogue stages that require no stamina at all. You can just skip them, boom, you get free gems. And then at the end of it, you get a nice little reward when you 100% it. You get these cool freaking wallpaper like artworks, these illustrations that you can use for whatever reason, especially if you are into the game's aesthetics. But that's just a little bonus, a little cherry on top. What you're really here for is the gems. So essentially, let's go into Veronica here, for example. As you can see here, I have 10 side story challenges available. Again, those are only being counted against you when you do a shard stage. What is a shard stage? Well, if you see here, we completely cleared out Veronica. The last stage for her that is playable, the last playable stage on every side story will be considered a shard stage. And it'll have a little shard icon there. Then you go into your reward settings, and then you can go, okay, I want to grab Veronica shards. And then I also want to grab, maybe I want to grab Sophia, Alpha, Cindy, Marion, Adelie, whoever you want. Usually it'll be units of the same element of whatever the main side story hero is. The only difference here is you cannot farm the starter heroes outside of the starter's side story. So for example, if I went and right here, like Ava, right? Ava, I can farm Ava shards only on Ava's side story. Okay, so if I went to another light hero, let's see, do we have another light hero? Leo. Leo's a light hero, right? You cannot farm Ava shards, only Fanon, because Ava is one of the 4 starter heroes. They cannot be farmed anywhere else outside of their own side stories, but they do drop double the shards. So if you did not know that, that's some, some food for thought, some little information for you guys and gals out there if you were not aware. But again, these are the only stages that count against your 10 runs a day. The other stages, let's go into the Seed of Evil. Let's go into Chapter 8 for Leo, for example. Let's go in here. Now, let's say that we have not done this stage before, and if I 3-star clear it by having a Veronica in my team, clear without any deaths, and clear for the first time, I will get 15 gems. So let's just pretend that I have a Veronica in my team, okay? And we're just going to go ahead, spend the 6 stamina, and we're going to go in and fight. Now, you will notice after I beat this stage, it will not take one of my 10 tries. And again, you can do that for all of the side stories. I'm not saying that you're going to have the units to be able to 3-star clear every single side story stage to get the maximum 15 gems per run, but you can still get 5 or 10 per run, and that's still well worth the 6 stamina that's going to cost you to go in and do it. I mean, this isn't going to be getting, this isn't a quick, get rich quick scheme or anything of that nature. No, but this is a good way to maybe get you a multi or two, depending on how many side stories you have available, how many stages you have not done. Obviously, you're going to have to take, a few days break from maybe, well, actually not even a few days, maybe only 1 or 2 days break from actually farming up specific shard dungeons if you are trying to fully 3-star clear. Because again, if you are doing the shard stages on these other side stories to fully complete the entire side story, it will count against your 10 runs, as we've already mentioned. But all the other stages will not count against them. So this is a good way to maybe pick up some shards for all your different heroes. Maybe some of your heroes are pretty close to being, 4-star or 3-star or whatever, for example. Doing this might be a quick way to help you with that. But mostly, this is just going to be a way to give you guys some gems. You can use those gems for summons. You can use them for stamina. You can use them for gold. I don't care what you do with your gems. You play the way you want to play. It's your game. Enjoy it the way you want to enjoy it. I'm just here to help you along the way and hopefully give you a helpful tip on getting a few pulls or whatever you may want to do with your gems immediately. Because you can do this as long as you got the stamina to do it. Run in here, have some fun, clear out some side stories, unlock these cool illustrations, and have a wonderful day. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys and gals because I was not fully aware if a lot of you did know that was a thing. Maybe some of you thought, hey, you can only do 10 runs of side story no matter what a day. No matter what stage it is, you can only get 10 a day. Well, that's not the case. It's only for the shard stages. The other stages are fair game. Go in there, get your gems, get ready for that new busted healer that's coming later tonight on the 7.18 patch update, which we've already talked about in our last video. If you've not seen what that girl can do, go check it out because that new healer is absolutely bonkers. I hope that I pull her, and I hope a lot of you do too if you are trying to get her, after the update, obviously later today. But that's going to be it for me. Don't forget to subscribe, tick notifications, join us in the Discord, in the description below. Follow us on Twitter at Exodus Media. And also check out Exodus Media, our second channel, again, in the description below. We're going to have a lot of other gacha content over there. Hopefully this was a helpful video. It may be for some, maybe not for others. But again, enjoy your additional gem income. And I'll see you guys on the other side. Until next time, peace.